Hi, good evening folks. Today I'm going to show you a website, how we can configure our webmail. So these are the topics that we'll be discussing about: selecting default webmail, changing time zone, unlocking content on the email message window, and using rich text window on the compose section of the webmail. So I'm going to go straight to the video now. I'm going to use test at tech101.com.np email. So let me just go to the webmail first. Now I'll type in the domain name /webmail. Here on this window, I would put in the email address. On our case, it's test at tech101.com.np. Password. And there we go. We are logged in. So on this window, we've got three options: Horde, Roundcube, and Squirrel Mail. So for us, Horde, the first option, works very well for us. So as per our lesson, we're going to show you how you can select a default webmail, which is Horde. So for this Horde to start up every time we log in, I would want you to click on Start, Set as Default, so you can select any of these as default. So for us, we're going to choose Horde. Now we're going to click in. So there we go. That's our window. Now I'm going to log out and show you how this window opens up every time we log into our webmail. So there we go. You put in the email address. Once I log in, there we go. We are logged in straight to the Horde webmail. Now we can always click on this and go for the other two options whenever you want to, or if you want to just give it a try. That's Squirrel Mail. There we go. So we're going to choose Horde on our example. Now we've completed the first part. Second is changing the time zone. So to change the time zone of this email, so I want you to click on Global Preference. Here on this section, there's something called Local and Time. So I want you to click on it, and here your current time zone. So I would change this to your country or your location. On our case, we're going to choose Asia in Kathmandu. There we go. So I'm going to save it. Now every time I send an email, it picks up the local Kathmandu time. Okay folks, so we've done the second part too. Now the third one is about how we can unblock content on the email message window. Now you'll see it. You'll understand once you see it. So now if you click on this email or any of the emails, generally most of the images and icons gets blocked by default. Now you don't want this, because first thing, it might be blocking lots of good stuff. It might be blocking a lot of things that you'd want to see. So this is for security reasons. The webmail basically blocks most of the contents. So to unlock or unblock any of these contents and show all these icons by default, it's pretty simple. So I want you to go to Preferences, and the third from the last, I want you to click on the Mail button. Now here, click on the Viewing. Now here, I want you to untick on this box. So once I untick and I save it, now if I go back to my email, there we go. So I can see everything gets unblocked now. Okay, so now we've done the third part too. Now the fourth part is to have a rich text window when we're composing a new email. Now to give you an example, I want you to click on a new window, new email button, and here whatever you type, this is how it looks. And doesn't look that great. And I don't have any options to color this font. I don't have any option to make it bigger or smaller, align it to the center or align it to the left, or justify it for that matter. So it's pretty restricted and pretty limited. So I'm going to show you how we can change the compose window so you get more flexibilities. So for that, I want you to close this window, go to settings again, go to preferences, and right at the bottom click on mail one more time. So on here there's something called compose. So I want you to click on the composition window, and I want you to change the default method compose message window to rich text. Now if I click on the save button, and if I go back to email, sorry, if I go back to mail, now if I click on the new message window, there we go. Now you can see all the extra features. So now I can go to my compose window, write a message. Now I can make it bold, I can make it a different color, I can align it to the center, to the left, I can attach an image, I can put in a table, I can put in smiley faces, and I've got all these other brilliant, beautiful features. So there we go, that's simple as that. I'm going to close the window.